What's up everybody, my name is Zach Hartley and welcome to my channel. In this video I am about to explain to you one of the most important rules you will ever learn when trading the stock market, and that is to identify the larger trend. What I mean by that is identify what is happening in the broader market so that you can extrapolate that into what's happening in your individual stocks. And we're going to dive right into that in this video right now, so let's jump into my screen. Right now I've got the Dow Jones Industrial pulled up here on a 6-month average using the candlesticks. On the left side we can see basically coming in here super steady, super consistent with consistent gains over the last basically 3-4 years, and then all of a sudden the end of February hits the beginning of March and the basically Dow Jones Industrial completely tanks all the way down to below 19,000 points on March 23rd. That happened because all of the governments shut their borders, all the governments put in restrictions, social distancing went into full effect, and basically different economies completely shut down. After that, we saw 3 higher days of trading on the Dow Jones Industrial, followed by a continued trend for about a week and a half. That was the trend reversal, and now we have entered into a period of consolidation. For the last basically 3 to 4 weeks, the Dow Jones Industrial has been trading horizontally within this period of consolidation at about 40% of where it was from its high. Now, this is really exciting for a trader because we have just had a massive reset in the market, a complete recorrection, and now we're trading in a consolidated time period about 40% of where it is. What that means is that the great companies and the companies that are going to be able to handle COVID and are going to be able to get through this are going to be doing much better. They're going to bounce all the way back and even higher. And the companies that aren't going to be able to handle COVID, that are going to struggle through this for the next couple months, are going to continue to stay low or stay in a period of consolidation. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by this when we look at a couple of stocks. So, just to re-emphasize this, Dow Jones completely crashes March 23rd all the way down, comes back up about 30 to 40% of the way, and then consolidates for a period of 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to look at a couple of cases here where now we have identified the perfect buying opportunity. The first one I want to look at is Facebook. So when we go to Facebook here, we can see just an immaculate thing here. Almost the same thing. So we're trading over, let's set this to 6 months so we're looking at this exact same chart. So steady, consistent growth over here on the left, absolutely plummets all the way down between the March 16th and 23rd, and then it starts to come back. And the amazing thing here is that we have just broken through an all-time high. So this was the previous high for Facebook. Yesterday we had a breakthrough of that high, and today we have confirmation of that trend. So what's really amazing here is if you were looking at Facebook and the Dow Jones, you could have seen the Dow Jones take a drastic trend and you could have sold your Facebook shares right in here. You could have followed it all the way down to the bottom here, and then when you saw 3 positive trading days on the Dow Jones, you could have rebought your Facebook shares right in here on the 26th, 27th, and you could have rode these shares from 160 all the way up to 235, which would have been phenomenal gains just by using the Dow Jones Industrial. And thinking about it, when we look at COVID, people are going to be on their phones more, people are going to be using Facebook more. It's not going to be hit nearly as hard as any other business will be, and so Facebook could be a great investment through COVID. And when we look at this, we saw 1, a crossover in the MACD, 2, it coming out of the RSI, 3, complete trend reversal with increased volume, and 4, we are now approaching the all-time highs with a breakthrough. So I'm going to consider buying this stock right now. I'm looking at it for a long-term investment, or at least a little bit of gains as we continue to break through this all-time high. And I think this trend of Facebook being, and Instagram especially, being more popular throughout COVID, I think this is going to continue. So I think Facebook is a great buy right now. I'm going to save this and I'm going to consider buying it later in the day. I'm going to exit out of this, exit chart, save changes, yes, default, upload. That's new. Okay, the next stock I want to look at is Square. Now I think this one is really interesting because it shows some amazing technical indicators. So this is the chart that I have out. As we can see, it is a little bit longer, so we can go all the way back to 2018 when this stock hit a high of $100. It fell all the way down to $50 and it lost 50% of its value in less than 6 months. A very volatile and drastic move. And then since then, it has been trading within a period of consolidation. So it hit all the way down to $50, and since then it has hit this $82, $83 mark 1, 2, 3 times. During COVID, it bounced all the way down to below $35. Remember, this was a $100 stock that was now down to below $35, and it was started at $85 less than 2 weeks before that. So from 85 down to 35 and now back up to $81, and is testing this 81 to 85 zone for the 4th time right now in the last 2 years. So I am super interested in Square, especially if it can break through this basically horizontal line of resistance and get through this. That means it would have broken through on its 4th attempt. That's a pretty strong breakthrough, and I think it could easily climb up to 100, if not break through 100. I also really like their business model, and I think it's a solid company. It needs a little bit of help on the CEO side because Jack Dorsey has his hands full, but so much potential worldwide for this technology, especially when you look at the developing countries. Square has so much potential to expand and grow. I absolutely love this company, and I think it's great potential. I am watching this extremely closely right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 times we have hit this $81, $85 mark, and this could be the opportunity to break through. But if you look at this, we were looking at it last time, we saw a little bit of a breakthrough, and then we dropped from $85 all the way down to like $31, $32. So we have to be very careful with this stock, but great opportunity to get in and out of it if you can pick up on the trends. Next one I want to look at is Microsoft. So we're going to go in here, Microsoft. So this one is also super interesting. I'm looking at this one basically over a 2 or 3 year time period, and we can see super strong steady growth all the way. And then I'm going to narrow this in down to 1 year because it's super interesting here. It looks almost identical to the Dow Jones. Super steady growth, 185. We come to the end of February, beginning of March, we drop all the way down to like 135. And then it comes all the way back up, and it is retesting the highs. Now what's really unique about this is if you look at Facebook and if you look at Microsoft, they're both retesting their all-time highs. If you look at Square, it's retesting its 2-year high. So what I really like about this is there's 3 companies right there that are not going to be extremely heavily impacted by COVID. They're all going to be impacted, but they should do very well in it. And they have already rebounded much more than the Dow Jones, and all very similarly, which means we can understand it, we can read it, and we can predict it. Now, when I'm looking at this in the next couple of weeks, what I want to look for is if the Dow Jones starts to recover and 1 or 2 of these stocks starts to break through, significantly break through one of these all-time highs, that is a clear trend that all of these stocks are more than likely going to break through their all-time highs as we see a bit of an economic recovery in these different countries, particularly the US and Canada. This could be the great opportunity to predict the trend, get in on it, and make some really easy money as we break through those all-time highs and then sell at the next dip. This could be the opportunity that we've been waiting for a little while. So Microsoft, another huge opportunity, looks identical to the Dow Jones, drops all the way, comes all the way back. Same thing with Square, same thing with Facebook. And there's one more that I want to look at, and it is Lululemon. So completely different industry. We're now going into retail. And once again, we see almost the exact same picture. Strong, steady growth over the last year and a half. Ended February, beginning of March, the stock drops almost 40% from $260 all the way down to about $130 all the way down here, and then back up to $261 today, and we are testing those all-time highs. So COVID basically put a 2.5 month pause on these 3 stocks. We're looking at Facebook, we're looking at Lulu, we're looking at Square, we're looking at, what was the other one I talked about? Whatever it was, Microsoft. But all of them are near those basically all-time or 2-year highs because they're going to do extremely well with COVID. They all reacted the exact same to when COVID hit. COVID's starting to recover, and these are the companies that are going to recover the best because they are less impacted by COVID. They're all trending in the same channel, and we can predict these patterns. I have my eye super close on all of these, and if they break through these all-time highs, I am going to be a huge buyer on all 4 of these stocks. So this is what I'm looking at, this is what I'm keeping my eye on, and this is where I want to be. Now, the real key here and the real trick would have been to see the Dow Jones crash, sell or short sell all of these stocks, and then when it started to recover, buy them back and ride this entire high out. But there was a ton of volatility in the market, and you would have had to got pretty lucky to time that right. So we are going to wait for our technical indicators and our patterns and our moves to arrive, and if we see a breakthrough here, that is when we are going to look at considering to buy this stock. So those are the 4 that I'm looking at today. If you have any interest or any comments or questions about what I'm doing, or you completely disagree with me, send a comment below. But if you get any value from this, please let me know about it. Show some love, show some appreciation. I truly support it, and I hope you learned a little bit from this video. Thank you.